So today's another, say a video log to report that I did nothing. Nothing is happening in my life. So I'm going to report on that, because that's always important. You report on even the boring stuff that doesn't happen. And there's definitely a lot that did not happen yesterday. And I don't really see anything happening today either. I pretty much just I bicycled over to a food bank yesterday and discovered that there was no food there. They had a sign up that said no food available. That was a little eyebrow raising to me. I could see that happening a little bit more in the future if people rely on the food banks and the rotten food that they give a little more. And then I went to the library again and just played the video game Hearthstone a lot. I say it's fun to win, but it's horrible to lose in that game. It's so nerve-wracking just losing. And I think I get a solid game going and turn around and lose. It draws a lot out of my heart, because I get kind of angry, and in the library it's difficult to really vent. Like I just want to stomp up and down and pout, and I can't do that in the library. I can walk, I can pace. So I'm able to play on the iPod. I'm able to pace back and forth a little bit down rows as I'm playing, as I'm losing, and that helps get rid of that energy that I build up from anger when I know I'm losing and stuff. Sometimes I'll even do the lunges up and down the lane. But I have to move. I can't sit in one spot and just play, because when I start losing against really good players, it's so angering. I can't sit in one spot. And listening to the sound effects makes it even worse too, because I have to just listen to that death sound and all that, and so I've made sure I turned off the sound, but still just the act of losing too is just, I have to be able to vent. I bet people in their homes just go nuts during that game. Like, if there's one game that you need to inspire you to exercise, you want to have exercise equipment nearby, or you could play it in the gym if it has Wi-Fi. You play a couple games of that and start losing, you start getting pissed. At least I do. I would think other people do. I mean, when I was sitting outside in Rice Lake a couple of years ago in the parking lot during a Magic the Gathering game, some girl came out kind of early and sat in her car and just started screaming. And she was screaming from a Magic the Gathering game with actual cards against real people. This Hearthstone game is quite similar. There are going to be people who they have to vent out that energy. I mean, there was a video of that fat dude who flipped a table over because he got frustrated with his Magic the Gathering game. I bet people have thrown iPods. This game it's a silent killer, but this game is worse than Monopoly. But I'm getting a little bored of it anyway, because when I don't get new cards that are interesting, I start slowing down my gameplay. Okay, and that's good. That's one good thing about the deck of 52 cards of the King, Queens, Aces, and stuff. Those cards never change, so you don't get excited as much about playing that as you do with a game that's in a constant change and there's new cards available for you to play. Because when you start losing with all that, it's turns for the worse.